I saw wrestling, and I like had been approached by one of the wrestling coaches because I was like getting in fights in school.
I was fixing to ask you, did you
I
fight
was
outside, like school fights a lot, or was that just your aggressiveness on the field?
no, I was never really like, I didn't really start fights. Like I didn't pick on people. I will say though, like when I had a bad day, I was not always nice, but it was like not, I didn't like look for people to just pick on. Like I definitely had I'd put a target on people that were being mean to other people.
Yeah.
And then it was kind of one of those things where it was like, okay, now you're going to hear from me.
Right.
And it was, I don't know, it was aggressive, and it was definitely the space I was in at the time with some of the things that I was going through. And, but I feel like people still knew I had like a good heart. Like it wasn't like I was just mean, it was because I was going through shit.
Oh, there's a huge difference. That's a huge difference between somebody who takes advantage of what they're capable of, and then those who are, they're genuinely a great person, but they will beat your ass if you get out of line. Those are down here. So
yeah, which I think is like, I feel like it's a different way of people approaching things, because I feel like bullies are kind of going through their own shit too, but they take it out differently. Like they want to be like mean and an asshole, and they want to like crush people and dominate people and make people feel like how they feel, but in like a nasty manipulative way, and even that, it comes from somewhere, you know what I mean? So it's like, it's definitely not something like good, right? Like but at the same time, like I said, I wasn't like going after people. I was just kind of the enforcer when I did see shit was happening. And one of the school, like, did you guys in or middle school have like a bouncer of the cafeteria, like an adult that would walk around and just make sure all the kids are doing good and like clean up their spot and like put stuff away?
Our principal's pretty good about that.
We kind of had a problem with that. You just kind of that was an understood thing, but yeah, we have those. Yeah, the monitors.
The lunch monitor.
Yeah, monitor. There you go.
Yeah,
so one of the monitors at my middle school was the wrestling coach, and he's just a great man. Like his name was John Zadigan, and he used to play for the Dolphins. He's like this huge giant teddy bear, and like he was awesome. And he saw me fighting, like he saw me still being a good kid, but like happening to always end up in these tussles. And like he was like, you should go out for wrestling. And I was like, what? Like there's no girls there.
I was gonna say, was there a girls team? Was there a girls team?
No.
Okay.
And this was right in the middle of Title IX too, so it was not like people were not so excited about having to do the like equal sports for boys and girls. So like you could get either side depending on like who you were talking to, which it was just so new at the time. It was just like weird, So
where were you living when were you up north in Minnesota still when this was going down, or did you?
No, this was Boulder, Colorado.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in wrestling's huge up there too. So I'm assuming it was even more challenging for you to break that barrier.
Yeah, it was very competitive. There was a lot of people doing it. And so he told me to just come to a practice, and I did. I went up there, and it was like this room above the cafeteria. It's so hot and crazy, and I walked in and I watched what they were doing, and I was just like, that's awesome. Like that person just took that person off their feet onto their ass and held them down for long enough for someone to smack them at, and you won. And I was just like, that looks cool to know how to do that about. And
so how old were you now?
This was 12, like 11, I think 11, 12. 11 is I think when I like saw it, and 12 was when I was like, I'm doing this.
And it's a thing, it's a feeling. Like when you see it, you get excited enough to. Some people see that kind of life and it backs them up, and then some people see it and like, oh, I need to be in that.
Yeah. I needed to know. Like I wanted to know how that happened and what was the difference between that person and that person, and was it physical, was it mindset, was it like, what was it? And the next step was to have me go watch one of the high school dual meets. So it was the these guys going against each other, and same thing, but this is live, so one's taking the other one to his ass, the other one moves and gets out, the other one's on his back, the other one, and it was just like I have to know this. Like, and in my head, I had all these ideas of like how it's done. I'm like, you can, grab a foot and push. And what if you just flying squirrel at them and blah, blah, blah. And like, none of that. Now that I know how to fight, like
exactly.
But in my head, like that's easy. There's no problem.
This is the Team Never Quit podcast. So buckle up, Buttercup.